Before anyone says anything, yes, I knew about condoms. I was just dumb. Story time. My parents divorced when I was 10, but I lived primarily with my mom. Tiffany's 16 parents are together. When our parents found out she was pregnant, her parents kicked her out, and my mom kicked me out. So now we live with my dad. During the pregnancy, my dad took my mom to court and got primary sole custody. I know what this means because I had to go to court for my daughter. He sued Tiffany's parents for legal guardianship, and they now pay child support for her. They are pissed and refuse to talk to us. I am in my bedroom, my daughter is in her bedroom, and my ex is in the guest room that is now hers. My dad made a deal with us. We live with him until 18 with no rent payment. At 18, we need to decide what we do. I wasn't really that good in school, and Tiffany is an A student. So I took my GED, and my dad got me into welding school. I finish in 2 months. I also work full-time, so I do welding school at night. Tiffany goes to school and works on the weekends at Wendy's. This whole thing is a huge ordeal. We literally have no life. My dad helps, but not that much because he feels it's our responsibility, which I agree with but still stinks. I work from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. at a warehouse and go to school from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tiffany is home by 2:30 and picks up our daughter from daycare. We help each other a lot, and then I head off to school, and she stays with me at home until I get home and do it all over again day after day. When our daughter was born, my dad made us go to court. We have 50-50, and I don't pay child support because she lives with us. Because I work full-time, I can get healthcare for my daughter and myself, and that sucks. It costs me $300 a month, and daycare is $400 a week. Literally, Tiffany works just so we can pay for daycare, and I pay for everything else. When we are short on cash, my dad will help because he sees we are trying. My dad has been our rock. When we are tired and exhausted, he will step in and give us a break here and there, but he makes sure we have everything we need and keeps us motivated. Tiffany wants to apply to college soon, and I am worried because I don't want to keep living with her, and I don't think I can keep our daughter full-time as a welder working 12-hour shifts. But she says she will start at a community college and work, but she wants to stay with us, living together since it's easier. Since I will be working, it will be best for us to stay with my dad. But my dad said that at 18, we have to pay rent. She doesn't mind, but I don't want to keep living with her because we are not together. I am unsure how to tell her this. My dad thinks she should stay with us as long as she is a full-time student to finish her degree because I'm already starting my career. I just feel that all this is unfair because the burden is on me. I guess I am ranting because I am scared and unsure of what all this means. Edit. I guess the thing about her living with us is that we are more like siblings now. We get along and joke and stuff, but since she is my ex, I feel weirded out by it. Maybe I need to take a breather since everyone is saying it's a good thing. Also, I needed to hear it from other people, not just my dad, and he is pretty solid, so I should thank him, maybe take him for dinner or something. Edit 2. My dad isn't kicking us out at 18, but he wants us to be realistic about the world and pay bills. The money he gets from Tiffany's parents he just gives to her. She is saving up money for a car and uses other money for her specific foods and clothes. Before I became a dad, my dad always wanted me to live with him at 18 and figure it out, stay with him, and save money to buy a house. When he found out I was going to be a dad, he wasn't mad but disappointed and said everything had to change. He is also paying for my welding school of $20,000, and he bought me my car, but I do have to pay my own insurance. He does help as long as he sees we are trying and not being lazy. When school recently started, he took my daughter to daycare every morning and helped Tiffany with a routine to get school work done. Final edit. I have to get to class now. Tiffany wants to be a nurse or PA, but the college told her nursing school is hard to get into and it's best to have a high school diploma, which is why she is still in high school and working the weekends. But someone mentioned a dual thing for community college, and we will look into that. So we couldn't get daycare assistance because we are minors, and they used my dad's salary. The funny thing is that I can't open a checking account for myself because I am a minor, but the bank allowed me to open a children's account for my daughter because I'm her parent. I read every single comment, and it gave me a different POV. I guess college seems so far, and I was counting years, but it's really not that bad. She is like a sister now, and those who asked, I doubt we will get back together honestly. I am not thinking about anything like that right now. I am too tired to think of a relationship or that type of future. Update 1. I don't know why I feel like I need to update, but here it goes. Tiff and my dad went to the school and were able to get her enrolled in college courses because of her grades. She won't graduate HS way too fast, but she will have enough to finish HS hours by December, so 6 months early. She reapplied for assistance, and we got a voucher for daycare, so now it's $50 a week. She quit her job so she could focus on school, but she doesn't start college until spring, so that's cool. It gives her some time. She still wants to be a nurse, so that's cool too. I got a new job that pays more as a forklift operator and will give me an internship for welding, which I won't be able to start until November or December until I finish my classes, and then I have to do a 2-month internship, but they are paying me really well. I started Monday. My dad and I had a long talk about my fears, and he reassured me that it's okay to be scared, but we have a game plan. He is fixing up the basement to make 2 bedrooms and a living room like a little apartment because, as he said, Tiff and I will need space as we grow. He wants me to buy the house when I am 18, like he did with his parents, and he will help me pay it as long as Tiff gets to stay until she finishes college and let her make her own choice. We all agreed this was the best option, and we are all really much happier now. I guess I just needed to let it out. Tiff and I are great, but being parents is hard, but it's been good now that we feel a bit more secure. My mom and Tiff's parents still haven't spoken to us because we aren't married. Which does make me sad, but okay, we have my dad. Tiff's grandparents bought her a car and said that's all they can do for her and not to contact them again until we are married. The car needs some work, but I'm going to pay for it to fix it up. It needs brakes, suspension, and some regular maintenance. My dad finally told me what all happened, and I didn't know, but it made me open my eyes to all of this. My dad met my mom in HS2, and they were together and got caught kissing. Since my mom's family is Baptist, they forced my dad to marry her. I didn't know in Missouri parents could marry their kids at 15, which is why my dad has been so protective. They were going to marry Tiff and me because she was pregnant, but when my dad stepped in, they couldn't do it. My mom and Tiff's dad went and got a license for us and were going to marry us in their church. I guess I wouldn't have minded marrying Tiff, but I would rather do it later. But yeah, that's why they aren't talking to us. My dad did say that if that happened, he would help us get it annulled, but we have no intention of speaking to them right now. He explained that Tiff is stuck, and while I might be afraid, she is even more afraid because she has no one, and I need to reassure her that we are here for her as a family. I guess I couldn't see it that way, and it's good that I talked to him. I hugged my dad, and I have been hugging him every day now, and it's nice, it's made us closer. All of this information made me pretty sad and grateful at the same time, and it helped Tiff and I really start talking more. Like, we talked, but we didn't talk, and I didn't know she was scared too. We are now doing days for us to be kids, as my dad says. So we both hang out with our friends, who still talk to us at least once a week, and Tiff and I do a lot of stuff on the weekends now that she doesn't work. Like taking Jelly to the park and going for walks, and we did a pumpkin patch. Jelly seems to be happier too, and Tiff doesn't seem as tired anymore. Anyway, thanks to everyone for the help, tips, and encouragement. I doubt I will update again and just lurk for parenting advice. Edit, I just want to say thanks for thinking. I am a great dad, but I don't believe it just yet. I depend a lot on my dad to help me. Tiff and I are trying, we do take parenting classes, and they offer us a lot of advice, and we have made friends there, which is nice. But I don't think we would be this prepared without my dad. Also, Tiff is on WIC, and we take parenting and co-parenting classes according to my dad's rules. Final update. Holy crap, guys. I finally logged into Reddit and had tons of messages, and I found this post. I honestly just didn't expect this. I might as well make an update. Well, Tiff and I are 18 now. I first made my post 2 years ago, and Jelly is 2 years old as well. My dad is doing really well now, he finally has a girlfriend, and of course he met her at Tiff's community college, she is an admissions counselor. Tiff is in community college for nursing and killing it. She will have her associates in nursing and then head over for her bachelor's at some point, but yeah, she is doing really well. I am a welder now, and I make pretty good money. Tiff and I are back together. We started dating again this year when she kissed me, and it just felt right. But she made it very clear we are dating, so she is in the basement, which we fixed up, and I am in my room upstairs, and she makes me text her if it's okay to come over. Haha, it's just a funny thing we do. Yeah, I'm going to marry her. We go to family counseling 4 times a month, 2 weeks virtual and 2 weeks in office, because of our schedule. We found that this helps us. It's like couples counseling, but not. I am not the best communicator, and this has helped me with stressful times with Tiff and Jelly. I feel like I have aged for the past 2 years. I definitely don't feel 18, I feel a bit older. Jelly is the happiest kid, and she literally lights up a room, and I honestly just can't imagine not being in her life every second of the day. She loves Pa, that's what she calls my dad. She has him wrapped around his finger, he literally spoils her all the time. I really love being a dad to her. I love taking naps with her and how she is just a daddy's girl, she literally is my shadow. It drives Tiff crazy, but she is also really happy. We do go out on dates to like dinner and movies, sometimes we just sit in the car and talk and laugh, mostly laugh. My dad has changed a lot, and we are really, really close. He is so much happier, and I think his girlfriend makes him happy, like making him alive again. He's always doing some weird teaching moments, like if Tiff is irritated and walks away, he will just say, "Well, an irritated woman tends to shop to get her mind off things. Can you afford that?" LOL, so yeah, he is constantly with his little comments. I haven't spoken to my mother at all, and I have no intention of doing so. Tiff's parents did come back and try to build a relationship with her, but they always made her feel like shit, so she cut contact with them. My dad still wants us to buy the house, and I told him we have no plans on ever moving out. So I told him I would buy the house when either I am 30 or when Tiff and I get married, and she said not until she graduates and gets a job. So no wedding bells for at least another 2 years. If you ask Tiff, she says she doesn't plan on getting married until she is 28, so it might be longer.